So, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of Chocolate Covered Gaming. I am one of your beautiful hosts, Hershey. Alongside me is the wonderful Charleston Chew, Chris. And today we are here to bring you another chocolate covered homebrew of ours. Our beautiful, beautiful rendition of something we all love. However, because last week was my monstrosity.
Our boba drinking.
Oh god, our boba drinking, weight lifting, broing out Rodan. We now I hand it over to Chris with what I hope is a idea.
Oh,
What
yes.
you got for us, buddy?
You know, I don't know about you, Hirsch, but I've been pretty down lately. I've been needing to wake myself up inside. I've been feeling like a little black hedgehog running through the city, fighting the aliens that created me. Hirsch, I need to channel the edge. I want a subclass that will let me channel the power of the edge.
Are we Chris, first off, you're scaring me. I can see knives forming around me, which is something I didn't think physically possible with the, laws of the universe. But also, are you suggesting we make a, Shadow the Hedgehog build? Because I heard
Not Shadow the Hedgehog. He's not edgy enough. I'm talking pure Hot Topic.
Do you just want to... Chris, you're not making sense.
I'm just saying, let's just find a way to get the dark, gloomy character. Basically, think of like Spider-Man Noir from Into the Spider-Verse. I was like, he's edgy, but he's not edgy. He's not the guy that walks into a tavern, puts his feet up in the corner and says, I'm going to brood here. You guys play the game.
So what subclass, what is the name of our subclass then? I'll put that out there so maybe me and our listeners can understand what you're going for.
Well,
as I sit here scared,
I think we're going to make a warlock patron that is simply the edge.
Oh god. 13-year-old me screaming with joy. Current me's crying.
And the mid-2000s is screaming.
Period.
That's what they do.
They kind of haven't stopped. So, okay. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Don't know where you wouldn't hear first. We are doing The Edge. I don't know how to respond to that one, actually. So we are doing a warlock. So you've already thought out the subclass. That makes our job a little easier. And
well, yeah. I mean, who else do you pray to? Do you want to make an edgy god?
Fair enough, actually. And it does... At least it's straightforward, to be fair, also. Because it's just straight up like, hey, I want the edge. Oh yeah, fighter, the edge. That makes sense.
Yeah, the edge of a knife, the edge of reason.
Chris, please stop. The knives are forming again. They're back. And this time they're holding literal knives. I don't know how that works.
Oh, that's not edgy. That's just adorable.
Until they stab you.
Then that's edgy. Are you their parents?
Oh god, stop. So, looking at it, Warlock is a pretty, actually, surprised, not straightforward, but also not, impossible. They have the effects at level 1, 6, 10, and 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also have an expanded spell list, which we'll have to, that's fine. Jesus Christ. They have that spell already, we have to pick spells they don't have.
Oh. Advanced darkness.
We're not making spells. Also, I just feel like you're a little, different today. It's just me.
I've been listening to Evanescence and Papa Roach.
Fair enough. No questions. Just gonna...
So where does our journey into the edge begin? What do you think helps define the edge?
Well, first things first, what I think helps define the edge is that, you really... one thing I noticed is you said you didn't want to do the dark brooding character. You want something more like Spider-Man Noir.
Something that like actually contributes to the table, because if we make a subclass that just rewards antisocial tendencies in a social game, I think people would actually hate us.
Yeah, and after that first episode, we're already on that track, so let's try and fix it this week.
Okay, but they're hating us because Rodan is strong.
They're hating us because Rodan is a beautiful boy, and we understand that. So, well, thankfully, warlocks tend to not have many. Well, I guess their abilities for classes tend to go anywhere between RP enabling or just pure combat enabling.
Mm-hmm.
So we can really do whatever we want.
Like the Fiend.
Yeah, so like the Fiend, gives you more temporary hit points whenever you kill something, or the old one just gives you telepathy, because mind fuckery. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that kind of stuff.
So here's my pitch. If I think of one of the many edgelords history, I think of Ghost Rider, and that particular thing he does where he stares into your soul and burns it from the within. Obviously not giving that to a level 1 character, but something along that lines of being able to evaluate someone's moral value.
Oh. Okay. I guess we can do that. I get you could do a first level effect like that fairly easily, where it's just if you spend like a minute looking at someone or interacting with someone, if we want to go more along the lines of Battle Master, you can then find out their alignment.
Could do that. But then that just means you're sitting in the corner looking at everyone.
Which is why I said if we wanted to do interacting with someone, so you learn more of their nuances, you aren't just looking at them.
Oh, see, I was thinking more of just a forcible, actual, hey, I am evaluating your soul, right?
So, for an action, pick a target and learn?
Yeah. Ooh, what if you learn their most tragic memory? That's pretty edgy.
That is really edgy. But that might make this a little stronger than first level.
Oh, you're right, huh? Maybe later. We can put a pin on learning tragic backstory.
Yeah, we'll put a pin in the edge. Oh, God.
See, you're learning.
So, we have this idea of the edge. Now, what does the edge do? The edge finds your deepest, darkest secrets and lets you know about them. The edge gives you a knife. Parents. Oh, God. Are we making that a prerequisite for the class?
Yeah, you can't contact the edge unless you have a tragic backstory.
Yeah, you can't. hey, that one normal character who's like, yeah, I just wanted to be a rogue, Nothing really happened.
Yeah, you don't get to be part of the edge.
This is for people whose families have burned down in their homes while the sun was out picking herbs, or whose family was slaughtered entirely by orcs or gnolls.
Or by the Empire. Luke Skywalker walks on the edge.
Oh no, Luke Skywalker, you're back. We found out Darth Vader was a bard. Now we know Luke Skywalker is the Edge himself.
I mean, his first appearance in Return of the Jedi is just him in all black. That's pretty edgy. And a hood.
And he hates his parent. Oh God. Oh God. Luke Skywalker is the Edge. What have we done?
Okay, but for real, though.
You say for real, but Chris, we've stumbled upon something horrifying.
It's fine. Luke turned out okay. Oh, right.
Jeez. Okay, so at first level, maybe... You know what? Okay, not first level. I have an idea for 6th level.
All right, let's jump the 6th level barrier.
Let's jump real quick to this hot 6th level area and give it a combat ability.
Combat ability. Combat battle. Fighting. Combat ability meant for combat. The combat ability to fight.
You okay there, Krunk? Yeah, because the poison meant for Cusco, and the Cusco's poison. Yeah, exactly. I got it.
So what do you have in mind, aside from knives?
Well, kind of, when you've embraced the edge enough, we could also make this higher level too,
Mm-hmm.
But I like the idea of you've embraced the edge to the point that you become the edge, and that when an opponent hits you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to kind of stab Hellish Rebuke them. Like you become a blade for a second, and as they attack you, they get cut upon your edginess.
I see. We're going Metapod. The more you hit me, the more I harden.
Exactly. Like the more you hit me, the less you want to hit me.
We can call it "Don't cut yourself on the edge."
I almost want to call it "Why are you cutting yourself?" But I like yours a lot. Yours is much more legit.
So it's like a damage reflect ish.
Not so much a damage reflect. I kind of like the idea of as a reaction.
As a reaction,
Hellish Rebuke does like 2d10 fire damage for a spell slot, so we could do something along the lines of like as a reaction, deal 1d6 plus charisma magical slashing damage to an opponent when they hit you with the slashing with a melee weapon.
Yeah.
And we won't put any limits on it, but it's also only like 1d6 plus charisma. But it's just a way that, if you're getting beat up, you can consistently go edge, 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 edge.
The pain makes me feel so good.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe we want to build them to be like, kind of like Hexblade, a melee or build kind.
But instead of damage, just to be a tank.
Yeah, actually, because let's be fair, part of the edge is getting cut in various dark ways.
It's getting beat so horribly, but knowing that nothing could hurt as much as seeing your parents die.
Or, the fact you'll never be able to get their approval.
Yeah, that too. That's pretty edgy. Unresolved daddy issues is the highest level, the highest pinnacle of edge.
We've done it. We've cracked the edge code, and now I can hear the helicopters coming our way as we are about to be taken out for finding out.
Take that, Da Vinci Code. The edgy code was more complicated.
Oh god. So woo!
All right, we got a combat reaction. Now let's get some role play.
I really like the idea of at first level just with the edge, you get to when people themselves are edgy, that kind of style. Like you can suss out your own.
You got
kind.
the edgadar.
You got edgedar, Like, some people, have radar for different things. You got edgedar.
You can just detect
You're able to sit down. Yeah, you're able to sit down and just kind of suss out people's alignments, Like, yeah, that guy's got the edge. Because your patron's like, yo, you need to find me more edge. You need to breed edge throughout the world. So check it. Now you know who's willing to be edged. Oh god, that phrasing.
No, let's stop right there. Let's hold up. Hirsch, what was that?
Welcome to a new segment we like to call Dead Stop, which I talked to Chris about earlier and has now been enacted on me. Chris, would you like to do the whole opening for our new segment? Stop?
We back up everything. We stop what we're doing. We drop everything we're doing to back up and reevaluate under close scrutiny what someone has just said. And Hirsch, I believe you said you can find out who wants to be edged.
You're right. I did indeed say who wants to be edged, because you got to know who wants to be pushed towards that edge and who's willing to embrace the edge itself, right? Because phrasing exists, and I forgot about
don't do that
phrasing.
level 6, because if they're assaulting you with a melee weapon, they're going to get some magical slashing damage.
They're going to get some magical edge. Oh god. So
going back to the task at hand. So are you saying like a general alignment radar?
I feel like a general alignment dark, because first level abilities for all like warlock patrons are usually just very like like the fiend gets a dark one's blessing, whenever you like kill a creature or something like that, gain your charisma modifier plus warlock level and temporary hit points. Fey presence for the archfey is just straight up like, as an action, wisdom saving throw a 10-foot cube, or they're all charmed or frightened by you. Mm-hmm. Old one just gets, 30-foot telepathy.
So you're saying this should be as an action, gain the temporary ability to sense alignment? How far?
I kind of feel like we shouldn't make it an action. I kind of feel like it should be passive. Like if you spend a minute, or maybe we should go Battle Master, like I was saying earlier, if you spend a minute interacting with someone, talking to them or like, observing them kind of, you can find out their alignment. And this could be really cool for, like, someone you think is an ally, and then the DM goes, by the way, he's chaotic evil. And you're like, what the
I'm
fuck?
just imagining, like, this in practice. You're talking to someone, and just a minute in, you're like, he just quoted William Blake. He must be Supreme Edge.
Yeah, also, if you really want, DMs, you don't have to do this. It's not going to be panic. But if you want to give them an edge rating from a scale of, like, 1 to 10, to show them how close to the edge they are, feel free to throw that in too. You don't have to, but it's highly suggested and most welcome. So in, like, in the middle of a conversation, it's like, you're just talking to this cool guy. You're like, hey, how's it going? Oh, I'm doing good. DM slips in. By the way, he's chaotic neutral and an edge rating of 6. Just, for flavor.
Yeah,
What do you
on a
think about
scale
that?
of daisy chain to chainsaw, I think that's a good edge scale.
Yeah, I embrace the edge. God, I'm just so scared to say anything edge related.
Oh, really? Because you've gone down the hole once, Hirsch.
I've gone down the hole once. I've enacted my own creation against me. Dead stop has been used against me.
Also, the first level feature is definitely called Embrace the
First
Edge.
one's embrace the edge. The second one is, don't get cut on the edge. Don't cut yourself on the edge. Now, we got 10 and 14 left, and then we got to deal with the expanded spell list. And for all of those who forgot, because I think we actually almost forgot to mention it, beginning of this episode, we try and do this in under an hour. So, which is always a fun little twist.
Oh, man. We're at that 17-minute mark.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay, never mind. I actually forgot to start my timer. So I was like, hell yeah. I was worried.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're making progress. We're making edge progress.
You see, episode 1, we showed you one part of the behind the scenes. Episode 2, we're showing you another part due to our own incompetence.
Yeah.
Mostly mine. So,
it's fine.
As we push on through, we now got 6. We got 1 and 6. 10. What do we want for 10? 10 is interesting.
So we've got a defensive, yet somehow if you really want to toss the warlock edge at the target, a defensive, potentially offensive, magical shield, and then we've got RP of knowing alignment after you talk to someone for a minute and realize their favorite band, their favorite song is Wake Me Up Inside. So I think we need something actually offensive.
So Chris, I'd love to hear you say that, because I was thinking the same thing.
But do we want the offensive thing to be the capstone and really just go deep?
Ooh. How about both be offensive? Like 10's a minor offensive thing, and then 14's like, a like one-time use ability per long rest that's just like super damage.
Ooh. Okay, one is actual damage, and the other is mental damage.
Yeah, so I love that. So we'll do 10 first.
Remember, we pinned learning tragic backstory.
You're right. So 10. At 10th level, maybe you deal extra charisma damage with a melee weapon that is bladed. That if we go super specific with it, we can actually give it an actual effect. So starting at 10th level, you deal extra. It's got to be necrotic, right?
Yeah, of course.
Or no, extra slashing damage. The weapon has got to be slashing because you got to cut yourself, not poke or bruise yourself. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
deal extra slashing damage. Deal extra slashing damage equal to your charisma modifier when you deal damage with a melee slashing weapon.
We're taking it quite literal here.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like the idea, and even the fucking like ability could. Oh, now that's edge.
No, the patron is just wherever they are. The entity of edge, just like, oh, not this shit again.
Right? It's just like I can just see like a knife somewhere. It's just our patron, and he's going like, oh, now that's edge. Literally, as someone's just getting sliced.
Mm-hmm. Plus, it doesn't step on the toes and can synergize well with our 6th ability anyway.
Yeah, but also it makes it melee, and also if they just thirsting blade or stuff like that, it can really stack up some damage.
Yeah. Simple, yet effective.
Okay, now the 14th level ability. Our Capstone.
Learn their deepest, darkest fears.
So are you saying force them to do a wisdom saving throw, or they become frightened of you? That you become their deepest, darkest fears?
Very frightened. Yes, we are the boggart in their closet.
We are the boogeyman to all the children.
They call us Baba Yaga.
Oh god, we have done it. But I feel like that's really weak for like. Here's an example of 14th level ability. You know, like a hurl through hell for the fiend patron is straight up like when you hit a creature with attack, you can instantly transport them through the lower planes. At the end of your next turn, they return back to where they were, and they take 10d10 psychic damage as it reels from the horrific experience. Like, that's a capstone. So we gotta think about this too, you know? Like, that's the Fiend's capstone, you know? Just casting fear, something they could already do, isn't really of a capstone. We gotta think about this. But I like the idea where you're going, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, I really like the idea of actually embodying their fear.
Ooh.
And what if you basically become like a hunter of them? Kind of like, think about like the oath bow. You know, you become my sworn enemy. Forget everyone else, I'm taking you out.
Okay,
right?
So you target a foe and become that foe's primal fear. For a minute, you deal an extra d6 psychic damage to them?
You Dead by Daylight them. You Freddy Krueger them. You just become the unrelenting hunter of them.
Yeah, so how about this? They have to do a wisdom saving throw or become frightened of you, and you deal an extra 1d6 damage to them.
Whenever you hit with something?
Whenever you would hit them with a melee weapon, yeah. So they have to save every time they're within your sight, you know, or become frightened. And if they become frightened, they can't save till they can't see you, you know, like cause fear. And while you have this effect going, so for a minute, when you hit them, you deal 1d6 extra psychic damage.
Yeah.
That seems like two very powerful effects combo together. And good DPS too. And there's only one thing I can think of calling this ability. Embrace the Edge.
Yeah.
Were you thinking of something really dumb and stupid? Because I almost was. But then I thought, shit, this is actually just good.
I'm stealing that from the first level feature.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It fits better here.
Yeah, no, it does. It does. But I will take credit for Embrace the Edge.
You hear that, everyone? This Charleston Chew over here and takes all the credit.
Man, that sounds like a slur. Just like a very targeted. This Charleston Chew thinks he can slur
1940s slur. Charleston Chew. Someone's going to look it up and at me and just be like, hey, he was right.
I'm going to pull up Urban Dictionary and make sure it's not something horrible.
So as he does that, we now need to think of a name for the first level again. As we think about it, you know, Edge Eyes, Edge Dar. Do we just want to straight up call it Edge Dar?
Oh God, there actually is. Guys, don't look up Charleston Chew on Urban Dictionary.
I'm now scared. But as
we'll talk about it after the podcast, I'll just, you know, save it.
So as we think about it, I'm now scared. I'm actually just terrified, but
you should be.
Fuck. So what do we want to call it? You know, Edge's Blessing, you know, Edgedar, Get Edged.
Honestly, I can just start looking up William Blake quotes.
Wake me up inside
and see what fits.
Hit me with those quotes. Let's see what we got.
He who desires but acts not breathe pestilence.
That's 2, maybe 3 words at most.
Be enslaved by another man.
Wait, what? Okay, let's stop this because this is just not doing anything.
Honestly, you can call it Seek the Dark.
Ooh, that's actually fuck you. That's actually good. This fuck you being like, I don't know. Let me just read some dumb quotes. Also, Seek the Dark.
It's almost like I have experience being edgy.
Almost, you know, we don't want to reveal that hand just yet.
Yeah, we don't want to reveal the hand that we must use to, in your words, Hirsch, seek out those who wish to be edged.
Oh boy. Well, we've gotten names of all our abilities. We now are...
No, we don't.
What?
Number 10.
I thought we had...
The extra slash? You didn't?
I thought we had, you know... Don't cut... We have... Wait, read them back to me. What?
Don't cut yourself on it. All right, at number 1, Seek the Dark. You
Just
spend a
just
minute
read the
interacting with
names.
someone, you gain knowledge of their. Seek the dark. Don't cut yourself on the edge. Blank and embrace the edge.
That's why I said something for number. That's why I said something for number 10. Like, you know,
It's almost like we're recording. We could have rolled it back, but no.
nah, we do it live. Fuck it, we do it live.
Yeah.
So, let's go with something. I mean, you're dealing extra edge damage. Extra edgy? No, that's too dumb. Edge Lord?
Edgy the hedgy. Edge forward.
I said Edge Lord, but okay.
Oh. Edgelord? Yeah. Edgelord. I like
I
Edgelord.
kind of feel like Edge Lord would be 10, though.
That is 10.
I mean, 14, but yeah. No, Edgelord, I still like it, though. Well, you know what? You're dealing extra slashing damage. So yeah, fuck it, Edgelord.
Yeah.
Okay, now that we've gotten all the names, we can now go on to the final stretch. That is the bonus spells. The expanded spell list. You have to find 10 spells. 2 first level, 2 second level, 2 third level, 2 fourth level, and 2 fifth level that do not already belong to the warlock. And we got to do this. So let's do it. You know.
So we're starting with first level.
Yep. So the spells a warlock can use are Charm Person, Comprehend Languages, Expeditious Retreat, Hellish Rebuke, Illusory Script, Protection from Evil and Good, and Unseen Servant. And after doing it once, I realized I will never read them all again.
Yeah. Hey, what about False Life?
Oh yeah, False Life 2, huh?
Dead Inside. No, that isn't in Warlock.
Oh wait, you're right. No, False Life is good.
That's what I'm saying. You're dead inside.
Yeah.
With False Life.
False Life, 100%. That's it. And then
that's one.
Can't be that. We gotta go with Oh, wait a second. They don't get Arms of Hadar?
They don't get arms?
They
Yeah,
do.
they do.
This list I have isn't telling me they don't. I've been lied to.
Yeah, they have Arms of Hadar. That's like the edgiest spell on the planet.
That's why I was shocked, okay?
Let's see, there's False Life, Ray of Sickness?
Let's take a look and see what we can get. We could go Bane.
Yeah.
The edge just makes people worse.
Yeah. Bane works.
Bane works well.
All right, next level is what?
2.
All right, second level. This amazing commentary.
Yeah, okay, we need to get better. This part we need to spice up a bit. So, Warlock has...
What makes an edgelord?
What makes an edgelord? Fuck, they already have Cloud of Daggers. Shit, I had a whole joke set up. And
just so many knives.
Yeah, okay, if you don't pick Cloud of Daggers and you're the edgelord, I'm mad at you.
I mean, hey, they already have darkness.
And they have Cloud of Daggers, so both of us are already a little, oh shit.
Ooh. What? You know what's edgy? What? Wait, let me make sure they don't have it. Dark vision, so you can always be in the dark.
I mean, sure. You know what? Sure. Who cares if they get an invocation lets them see 100 dark vision and magical darkness?
Listen, do you want flavor or do you want...
Do it. Hit me with that dark vision. You know what else you got to hit me with, though? You know what else you got to hit me with?
What?
Gentle repose, so you can preserve that death. Just so you can truly remember what death is,
Oh, yes, because I, too, wish to Withering Heights that court.
Well, we got our 2 for second level. Let's blitz through this. Shortest episode ever. Because we only have 2.
I mean... Oh, yeah, we're at 31 minutes. Quick, pad.
Welcome to a new segment we like to call Pad for Time. Hi, we're me, Hershey, and my good friend Charleston Chew, Chris here.
Play patty cake.
Play verbal patty cake through the media of podcasts to buy time for our wonderful thing, because we're going so quick. But no, for a real thing, there's a segment I would like to do called Hey Chris, remember that time?
Sure.
Where I asked Chris here a good time he had playing D&D. Because, this is what it's all about. So Chris, Do you remember that time
Oh God, I know where this is going.
Do you remember that time that what is a player that so ruined like session for you? Like you had this whole thing planned out and then someone just cannonballed through it all for you.
Ooh, I don't know, Hirsch. Was it that time I let you play the villain?
I wasn't going for that actually. I really wasn't. But fair, actually. Kind of forgot myself there and realized that I have so this is a long story. And you know what? Maybe we'll do a side podcast where we talk about all our game experiences together. And
oh yes, because we are going to be the podcast moguls.
yeah, we'll make like 5 different ones that no one listens to.
But basically, hey, that's 5 different podcasts.
Chris invited me to co-DM with him one day and be his BBEG. For all you who don't know what that means, it means big bad evil guy. And be his BBEG for a day because he was building this whole high peak of a campaign. This was the final battle. It was like ready to go. And I was like, cool, do you mind if I message some players beforehand for role-playing stuff? And he was like, sure. And long story short, I may have converted most of the party over to the evil side and forced the campaign to go on 2 extra years before it finally got resolved. And I meant 2 years in real time. Yay!
And 12 or 11 years, actually, in game time.
Yay! This has been, hey, Chris, remember that time? Wait till next time we have to pad for time. Chris does, hey, Hirsch, remember that time? Actually, we should just say, hey, remember that time? No, the segment's now called, hey, remember that time.
You've seen it now. This was our segment where we develop a new segment for the podcast.
Called, hey, we need a segment.
And that concludes, hey, we need a segment. All right, that was 5 minutes. So let's keep going.
I'm sorry to everyone listening. As we push forward.
So 3rd level, right?
We're now at 3rd level.
I mean, we have fear, which makes me sad.
We also have summon lesser demons, which also makes me sad. You know what we really need, though?
What do we really need, actually?
Blink.
You know what also we need?
Yeah, actually, I realized what we need more than blink.
Animate dead.
Yes.
The edgiest spell. Just staring us in the face.
I was like, wait a second. Do they really not have? Well, I haven't in a while, apparently. They really just don't have to animate dead, huh? You know what else they need?
It's been a while since I played Warlock. What else do they need?
Feign death.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Man, we're going so edgy.
And we're going so fast.
Too fast, too edgy. All right, what's the next one? 4?
Yes, Chris, because we can count. We're counting to 5, Chris. Are you okay? Do we need to talk?
I'm not okay. It feels weird knowing that we're at 36 minutes on the dot.
Stop revealing the tricks. So, sadly, 4th level already has Summon Greater Demon and Shadow Moil. So we gotta go with could we go with Black Tentacles?
I mean, that sounds pretty edgy.
Oh, the Great Old One gets Black Tentacles, but we needed 2.
Yeah.
Hit it. You know what else we needed this time? Oh yeah, Evard's Black Tentacles. There we go. That was the true name of it.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew what you were saying.
I just remembered Black Tentacles. That was all. Because that's something that will never leave you.
I mean, that's really all you need to remember when it comes to that.
You know what else we need, though?
Conjure woodland beings.
I was going to say Phantasmal Killer, but I like where your head's at.
Phantasmal Killer it is, because honestly, that's just embrace the edge, but now there's 2.
Yep, and now we've hit it, Chris. We've hit the pinnacle. The peak of our performance.
5th level.
5th level indeed, my good sir. 5th level indeed. Well, I can already see one spell we need.
Raise dead?
Oh no, Chris. No.
Wait, what is it?
Anti-life shell.
Yeah, that's soup. Yeah, anti-life. Anti-life shell.
Come on. Imagine you and me when we were 13. We died for this ability. What's that, Mom? Anti-life shell.
The kids kept bullying me at school, so I cast anti-life shell. Just what that old classic meme of the guy in the karate gi outfit.
Oh God, you're right.
And
And
that's just
then,
what this is.
and then after I casted anti-life shell on them, I casted Raise Dead too. Because why the fuck not?
I raised them from the dead so I could kill them again and then raise them again.
You don't have the spell slots for that, but I love it.
All right, so that's one. I think I know what another one.
I thought we did Raise Dead and anti-life shell.
Oh yeah, raise dead. Yeah.
What were you going to say besides Raise Dead? Pitch out the idea. Come on.
Insect plague.
Ooh. Ooh. We have an actual debate right now. Both are pretty good.
You know, when I think of insect plague, honestly, I think more Return to Slab than I do Edgy the
You're
Hedgy.
right. Oh, fair enough.
Maybe sometime we'll do the
We'll
Mummy.
make the Mummy.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson starring the
We'll make the Mummy. We'll get sued by another company, and the world will go round.
Just another day in paradise.
Just another day in the life of Chocolate Covered Gaming.
What?
So,
Of the chocolate covered life.
here we are. We have somehow managed to finish
The
Edge completely. The complete Edge in all its wonderful, wonderful glory.
Would you almost say it's been sharpened?
Oh, I've been stabbed. One of those knives I talked about earlier just came up and shanked me for some reason. It's weird.
And then it let out a little giggle.
Then it just cut through the floor and left.
It goes on to another place. They grow up so fast.
Ugh.
My knives are only 2 minutes old.
Jeez. Oh God, Chris, we have created the Edge, a wonderful warlock patron. Do you want to tell the sad poor people at home who've listened this far in what we've created?
All right, so the Edge is a warlock patron for all of your dark and gritty reboots. All right, the expanded spell list goes as thus. At first level, you get False Life and Bane. Second level, you get Dark Vision and Gentle Repose. Third level, we get Animate Dead and Feign Death. Fourth level, we get Evard's Black Tentacles and Phantasmal Killer. And at the peak edge of 5th level spells, we have Anti-Life Shell and Raise Dead. Your first level feature is Seek the Dark. If you spend a minute interacting with someone, you gain the knowledge of their alignment. At level 6, you don't cut yourself on the edge, but instead, as a reaction, deal 1d6 plus your charisma modifier has magical slashing damage whenever an opponent and target hits you with a melee weapon. Level 10, you ascend to the level of Edgelord and deal extra slashing damage equal to your charisma modifier when you deal damage with a melee slashing weapon. And at 14th level, you embrace the Edge and force a target to do a wisdom save and become frightened of you, allowing you to deal an extra 1d6 damage to them whenever you hit them with a melee weapon. They have to save every time they're in your sight, and this effect lasts a whole edgy minute.
Oh dear God.
And that's the Edge.
Well, we have created for you here today with our horrible nerd alchemy, bringing alive through equivalent exchange this monstrosity, this horrible monstrosity. We have sold our souls to bring you the Edge. And I don't even know what else to say about the Edge.
Honestly, removing the obvious Edge side, I think this is actually a fun way to play like a classic horror movie slasher as a warlock.
I do agree. It's really cool and it's really interesting. Like, I love it.
You can Jason Voorhees with this.
You can. Like, you can hardcore Jason Voorhees, or you could just hardcore be in a corner of a room, or you could hardcore just be a cheerful guy who's secretly dark inside.
He knows the true sadness.
Exactly.
Gotta be a gnome.
Gotta be a gnome. Jamhorn for life. So, besides all that, I guess the first couple things, I guess now we're going to start doing our wrap-up because we've brought you the Edge.
Mm-hmm.
This has been the second episode of Chocolate Covered Gaming. This wonderful series where we're, gonna, every other week, we're going to, switch off, bringing an idea to the table to homebrew. First week was Rodan, second week was The Edge. And then every third week in this cycle, me and Chris will sit down and talk about a topic, kind of tips corner, mini Q&A, to talk about general things that, we do as DMs and that other people can do as DMs, and things we better as DMs. There's a general DM kind of topic kind of thing.
And answer your questions.
Yes, because we will have so many of them for the first episode. So many. Right, Chris? Like, so many.
As we speak, the Gmail is overflowing with messages.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, Chris, why don't you tell these good people how they can actually get in contact with us?
All right, if you wish to contact us and tell us how the Edge has ruined your table, you can send us an email at chocolatecoveredgamemail@gmail.com. That's chocolatecoveredgamemail@gmail.com. And if you just want to listen to the backlog and see what we made before the Edge, because before the Edge, there was, of course, Rodan. Not your grandfather's Rodan, of course. That'd be crazy. You can find us on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/2019_6097. Don't ask why I picked those numbers. They just kind of came to mind. From there, you can find our backlog episodes, as well as a link to our YouTube channel if you want to do the YouTube thing rather than the SoundCloud thing. And that's where you can find us. We'll be trying to release an episode every Monday.
Yep, exactly what I was about to say. We try to release an episode every Monday. And yeah, we hope this becomes the thing. But before that, is there anything else you want to say, Chris?
Seek the dark. Don't cut yourself on the edge. Rise to the power of Edgelord and embrace the edge.
On that note, I am Hershey Bar. I've been joined today by the wonderful Charleston Chew. Chris.
Please don't Google that.
Know what? I'm going to end it on the Google. I'm Googling right now as I say this is Chocolate Covered Gaming, a horrible podcast about wonderful homebrew. And I'm sorry. Or I'm just sorry.
Me too. I'm very sorry.
Oh my God!